So, that is the trick. For the evening, it has to be white, the shirt. So, if one goes out in the evening, uncommonly, it's rare, like for me, ideally, back then, if one is out like back then, even if one goes to Burger King, it should be the evening dress. But even I do not often go to Burger King, at least in the evening. So then, it has to be white, and white obviously looks very dirty, even with the coat and waistcoat, even if one lives in England and one can wear the coat and waistcoat all the year round, it can look very dirty at the cuffs and the collar. So what to do, I was explaining yesterday, is really to have a small solid collar, but not a tiny, collar band one. And small cuffs, but not tiny cuff bands. And it will last. Imagine a fella that goes out every single evening. So he has to change into evening dress to like back then and wear that shirt. After 2 weeks, the cuffs and collar will look awful, even if there's only one in the evening. So then, one has an extra pair of shirt cuffs, removable shirt cuffs, and a removable collar. Both of them have to be a minimum, but at least less than 1/7 inch, longer than the sewn-in actual shirt cuffs and collar, and obviously white. If one loves the longer size, especially for the collar, pray go with the longest size. And then those will last 2 weeks, and especially you could trick even more. And if you have what is called an overlapping imperial collar, which is an imperial collar. This is an original I purchased from the seller Very Grace on eBay. An original, very rare, overlapping imperial collar, which means, look at that, it just overlaps. It overlaps. So if you buy one of those, whether I one like this or like that does not make a difference. You can wear it like this for 1 week and then the other side. Oh no, the problem is no, you can't do it for a collar, sorry. For a collar, forget it, but you can do it for cuffs. So for cuffs, after 1 week, especially cuffs look dirty more quickly than collars in my experience. You just unbutton the removable cuff and turn it upside down. And so then we'll do another week. And the side touching the shirt will not look dirty at all because it is protected by the coat sleeve and simultaneously not touching the actual wrist but the shirt. So it will not be soiled. If you desire to wear a white shirt even during the day, if you absolutely want to, you would do the same system. Because technically the upper class will not, even during the day, they might wear removable cuffs and they were all wearing detachable collars. And at that stage, for 2 weeks, you actually are wearing the genuine shirt cuffs and collar, and then add the removable, because otherwise it becomes a nightmare and you will not have the time to entirely launder one shirt every 2 weeks. And also, if you are mourning a ticket was very strict guidance, so you need a morning outfit if somebody close to you died, even if it is your dog. And then you have to wear a white shirt, so you will do the same system for the white shirt during the morning wear. You would wear it for a month, but you would add a removable collar and cuffs, and you could turn on the cuffs and turn them upside down after another week. So in other words, adding 2 more weeks or full month in total before washing only one shirt. And the massive work is whether the shirt, whether it be the washing or the starching or ironing. The collars and the extra collar, removable collar and cuffs do not even feel like work compared to the shirt. They only feel a bit like work for the ironing because ironing is long. But for the washing, you put it in the same pasta thing I showed, you put it in the same boiling thing. If it is white like the shirt, you pull it all together. You do everything together. So when you first boil it for 15 minutes, you put it together. Then you put it together in the bathtub, scrub them together, pull them back for 15 minutes together, and put them, if it is white, in the washing machine at 90 degrees, not with borax, but with varnish. And it will normally come out without any starch. You have to let it dry first. If there's a bit of starch, up in the washing machine or boiled again, and then to starch it together, and then to iron the shirt first before it has time. Oh no, you iron the cuffs, just trust me, iron the collar and cuffs, removable ones first, then do the shirt. So, and that would be a load of work, especially since the starching has to be done the same than the ironing, because the ironing has to be done 15 minutes after the starching is done max. So you do the washing a day prior or 2 days prior, and then you do the starching and ironing, or in other words, the real hard work, because the cleaning itself takes an hour max. The real hard work, which takes 3 hours, 1 hour, at least 1 hour for starching, often 1 hour and a half if you want to do it really well, and then about 1 hour, at least 1 hour. I'd take at least 1 hour and a half to iron it to 2 hours, to like never 2 hours, but like to 1 hour 40 minutes. Especially if I have to do like extra cuffs, because I don't really have cuffs, but when I have to do cuffs it might take 2 hours. So in that case you would have an extra pair of cuffs. So what I recommend is that is already so much work for every time you have to do evening wear. Now if you do not wear evening wear a lot like me, you will still have to mourn some people, and that's do it for the morning shed. When it's morning you do not wear evening wear, so even if you go out in the evening, which you are not technically supposed to because you're supposed to be morning, and not to have parties, but if you do not change to evening dress. That would be inaccurate. But for the evening wear, even if you wear it once a month, or let us say a bit more, it will still, like after a year you might want to clean it. You might want to think, well I only wore it 12 times but it's already getting dirty, so why wait another year? Maybe you want to do it after a year. So you still have to do it once in a while. And if you do it if you wear it twice to thrice a month, the evening wear, you will have to do the shed honestly once a year at least. So an extra shed to do. So that is all to say, for the normal day wear you should really concentrate your attention whether it is being made for you, especially if it is being made even by you, even more if it is made by you, only on 3 outfits, or else your head will blow up. Evening wear, morning wear, normal day wear. For the normal day wear, so that means 3 trousers, 3 waistcoats, 3 coats, and then sets of undergarments. For the evening wear, except if you go out every evening, you only need 1 set of undergarments, or in other words, 1 undershirt and under trousers, or combinations, 1 shirt and 1 socks, and their corresponding blazers, sock suspenders or shirts. And then for the day wear, normal day wear, 4. I would go with 4, and then for the morning wear, 4 also. We might ask why another set for the morning wear, because it has to be white. But the clothes over these, in other words, the overcoat, waistcoat and trousers have to be black. But the under trousers and all have to be white technically. If you also want to wear white stuff for the day wear, go with the same under trousers except the shirt. Do not wear a white shirt because you will be bugged out with the white shirt. The advantage of wearing a non-white shirt, especially like they did back then, a shirt which seems white from a distance, or at least dark white, which truly is, for example, light pistachio with an overchecked pattern, it looks almost white, but it hides that superbly well. Do not get something like a white background with thin pencil dark blue stripes every 2 inches, because that will look as dirty as quickly as a white shirt almost. So get something like with a checked pattern, or multitude of like white stripes and then straps of that color, my undershirt color, but the equal amount of stripes. Or why not these stripes might be wider, and so it would hide that much better. It would confuse having a shirt purely of that color, or even purely dark red, would not hide that as well as a lighter shirt with a pattern of stripes, a multitude of stripes and all plays or whatever, or even small dots, polka dots, because the pattern confuses one's vision into not seeing the dead, if that makes sense. But have a black shirt for all you care. You have a strawberry stain. The strawberry stain here is visible like a crater or something, because it is simply 1 solid color. So get a light color that seems white from a distance and seems like you can afford the white shirt, but really has a complex pattern, confusing the vision into not seeing soil and worse actual stains, like worm stains or blood stains or whatever. Soup stains and all. So, and then the advantage of that is you can actually get it with a solid color that you desire the style of. So if you want a really long one, get a really long one. If you want a turnover one, get a really turnover one. But the thing is, the point of having a shirt with everything solid is that it all matches. But even if you still want it with contrasting bosom, color, cuffs, whatever, at least do not get white contrasting ones, because then the same problem will be. Because that advantage is you can actually wear the same color for the full month. So the color, if you wanted a double one, a folded one, and a super high one, which obviously we cannot wear any removable color above that, because even if you have one as long as that, it would be too much to have 2 colors there, below the jawline. One would just suffocate, even if one lived in Scandinavia during winter. So, but if it is not